Hi everyone, I hope that you're all doing well. This is me Sayyid Shujatullah. Welcome to T1 Academy. Do subscribe to our channel and also hit the bell icon so that you will get notification whenever we upload a video. Right. Today we are going forward with our budget series. Okay. So in the last video we have seen much of the basics of budget. Now what I have done is the total budget, as you know, the total budget, as you are very well aware of it, basic information I am giving so that you should not find any difficulty in understanding the future lectures of this budget series. Okay. The budget generally has two important components. One is revenue component. Okay. Another one is capital component. Another one is capital component. It could also be considered in this way also, but this is a very generalized one. Okay, it is a very generalized one. It consists of here also, it consists of there also. Budget could also be classified in the form of what? Receipts, means the money government is getting, and expenditures. And expenditures means whatever the money the government gets, that is going to be spent on various activities. That is going to be spent on various activities. Okay. That various activities could be what? For the development of agriculture, how much money is allocated? For the development of space, how much money is allocated? For the defense of the country, how much money is allocated? Okay. For the development of nuclear energy, how much money is allocated? For the construction of infrastructure projects, how much money is allocated? This kind of planning is also called as financial planning. What do we call it as? Financial planning. So government does what kind of planning in our country? Government does financial planning in our country. What is the meaning of financial planning? Financial planning means when the development projects are generally proposed with the help of what? Allocation of money. With the help of what? Allocation of money. Right. So various developmental activities are there. Every activity will be allocated some amount of money, right? So if this process happens, for every development activity amount is allocated, then we call such planning as financial planning, and it is one of the characteristic feature of our country. Fine. So in a general normal parlance, budget means receipts and expenditure. Okay. Then we are having another two important components, that is revenue and capital. The basic importance, the basic definition you can know with respect to revenue is any money the government that gets for short term period. Okay. The government, whatever the government activities are there for the short term purpose, it is called as revenue. Any long term purpose activities are there, they are all called as what? Capital. Okay? Right. Now this revenue components again divided into revenue receipts, okay, and revenue expenditures. So in the books you will see like this, or in the books you will also see directly are expenditures. So this means what? Revenue expenditures. Okay. As I have told you here, that revenue means something which is for short term. Right. So for example, the income tax we pay, no? And GST we pay on every product, no? So what is this? This is every month we are paying to the government income tax. So every short term means 1 month, every one month we are paying this. And GST also for every unit of good we will pay. So government is getting the money here, okay, within short period of time. Then it is called as revenue receipt. Okay. In the same way, government pays salaries. Government pays LPG subsidies, right or wrong? You are getting every month or not? Government doing these expenditures every month or not? Yes. Then this is called as revenue expenditure. Why? Because if you see both of them are what? Short term. Income tax is short term. Okay. Getting the revenue from GST is short term. Okay. Paying salaries to the government employees is also short term. Paying subsidies, LPG subsidies, okay, various other subsidies the government gives for the development of agriculture, so on and so forth, they're also short term. Okay, now capital component, it is again divided into, again same, capital receipts and capital expenditure. Anything that government gets for long term purpose or government gives for long term purpose respectively is called as what? Capital receipts and capital expenditures. Here receipts, I told you, receipt means what? Incoming to the government, right or wrong? Incoming to the government, money getting, government is getting money. Okay, capital receipts means for long term purpose. Okay, like disinvestment. When government has recently have sold Air India to Tata people. So when Tata people took that Air India, they have given large sum of money, thousands of crores rupees to the government. So it came for the long term purpose, no? Yes. If World Bank and IMF give loans to the government India, then it is what? Capital receipt. Something the government gets for long period of time, like 20 years, 25 years, 30 years like that. That is called as what? Capital receipts. Means something coming for a long term. Capital expenditures are nothing but when government does expenditures for long term purpose. Okay, like government proposed construction of metro. Government proposed sending of space missions. Long term purpose. Okay. Government want to buy Rafale. Recently Rafale marine version has also been tested. Rafale, capital expenditure. Getting my point here, right? If you are aware of this, then we can start our budget, we can go ahead with our budget. Is it clear to you? Okay, so have a proper understanding of what I have told you. If you have skipped some part of it, you can just rewind, okay, and you can just clarify your doubts and get the concept clarity. If not, write in the comment section, I will be more happy to help you out. Okay, but make sure that you are done with this chart. You are done with this chart. Fine. Now, budget generally performs some functions. One is collection function. Budget will be collected by the government, right? Revenues are collected by the government, right? Then, after collection, the allocation function will be there. Allocating to various activities. Okay, like agriculture this much, space this much, like that. Then we are having distribution, means giving to them. Disbursement means sending the money to the particular ministry. That is called as what? Disbursement. Okay, so you can understand collection, allocation and disbursement or distribution. They are the functions of budget. They are what? Functions of budget. In the same way, our father's salary is also a budget. Okay, his salary himself, it's a budget, right? So when he gets his salary, or whether your brother is getting the salary or your father is getting the salary, what they do? They'll keep some amount of money. They'll spend on rent. Some amount of money they will spend on electricity bill. Some amount of money they will spend on ration. Some amount of bill that they spend on your coaching education. Some amount of bill they'll spend on your health related, whatever the tablets you are having for BP and sugar for everyday needs. Okay, some amount of money he will spend for the maid, right? And whatever he saved, he will use it for the emergency purpose, right? That is correct. If he is short of money, let's suppose he is short of money of his expenditures. His expenditures are more, but his receipts are less. His salary is less. What does he do? What does he do? He will borrow a loan or not? Yes. So all of a sudden when the, you can say that, okay, a new year started and the children has to be sent to the school for the new academic year, and the school authorities will definitely ask money, right? Okay, 10,000 for each child minimum should be given, or 5,000 should be given minimum. Okay, so at that time all of a sudden his, what I say is his expenses increases. What does he do? He has to go to the bank, or he has to borrow it, or he has to ask his friend or relative, okay, to fulfill that particular gap. Right or wrong? Yes. And he goes on repaying it month after month from his salary. Suppose this borrow money, okay, is increasing a lot. Let's suppose one of the child is not doing very well in the academics. So what does he do? He will try to give him a tuition. Then tuition requires tuition fee. Then what does he do? Then again he borrow little bit more. Now what happened? Continuously, okay, if he goes on, expenditures are continuously increasing. Okay, whatever he earns, that most of the money will go for what? Paying the interest, and his real income, that is called as real income, will become very shrinkage. Very shrinkage. So getting my point. So if the more expenditures are there, revenues are fixed. Okay, his salary is fixed, it is not increasing. But here expenditures are increasing. Okay, so the gap between expenditures and revenue continuously elaborate. Okay, it widen like that. One day what will happen? Whatever he earns, all of that will be spent on paying interest only. Why I am saying with this concept? Why? Because our Indian budget and most of the state budget, okay, any state is not there at this point of time which is having what? Surplus budget. Means revenues are more and expenditures are less. Like that we don't have any of the state at this point of time. Okay, so every state and also our India budget also generally goes for deficit. Means they are earning less but their expenditures are more. Why? Because unemployment is more. Okay, and unemployment is more means what? Government has to support them. Government have to give them food. Government have to give them all the basic necessities at free of cost because they are unemployed, because they don't have any work to do. It is a state responsibility, right? It is a government responsibility to take care of the citizens, take care of the subjects. So more employment, more unemployment, government has to shell out more money from the budget. More poverty, government has to shell out more money. COVID pandemic, lot of poor people cannot afford the hospitalization costs, so they have to shell out more money. So like that unforeseen, okay, sudden sporadic situations can also happen. Okay, so with that what happen? If government revenues are fixed, because the number of factories, the number of companies which are being established year on year, that is not going to manifold, right? That will not become threefold or fourfold or fivefold within a year. Then hardly you will see increase of 1,000 more industries. But here lot of population is getting under poverty, getting under unemployment. So these new industries, okay, when they start production, government does not take the taxes all of a sudden also. These kind of companies are given tax exemptions for 5 years, and they will be given lot of support system from the government. So government is actually spending on them also. Government is actually spending on the poor people also. With that, what is happening? Government revenues has become fixed and government expenditures are continuously increasing. Understood my point here? Government revenues are continuously increasing. This is the main cause of what? Fiscal deficit. So fiscal deficit. So if this borrowing money from the World Bank and IMF goes on continuously, so what will happen? Whatever the revenue the government is getting, okay, all that will be used for the payment of what? Interest. Okay, this is the core crux of what? Budget. Okay, because without fiscal deficit we cannot start our lecture. Without this component understanding, you cannot go through hassle free in your understanding also. That's why it is very important for me that we have to clear some basics here, right? So it is all done, everything is done here. Now let us go ahead. Budget. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented her 4th budget. This is Narendra Modi's government 10th budget and the second paperless budget. Because of COVID pandemic, papers are not circulated to the parliamentarians. What they have done is they have just send the budget PDF on their mobile phones, on their tablets, so on and so forth. So no papers has been used. Okay, the budget was given a important slogan, an important futuristic vision. Okay, that futuristic vision is called as Amrit Kal. So we have recently celebrated 75th independence anniversary, right? So Amrit Kal means 100th. So the present government is saying that, okay, so whatever the budget we have presented, it is a futuristic budget. They are calling it as what? Futuristic budget. Okay. They are saying that the benefits of this you will not reap today, you will reap when we are celebrating 100th Independence Day from 25 years from now, then you will see the most important advantages from this budget, like that they are saying. So they call this budget as futuristic budget. Already we have learned epochal budget, already we have learned carrot and stick budget, already we have learned black budget. Okay, so you please remember all of this budget, who presented whatsoever and what is the objective. Right. What is the meaning of Amrit Kal? The term Amrit Kal was used by Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji in 2021 during his 75th Independence Day speech. Okay. Then in this particular, on the 75th Independence Day, he has unveiled a roadmap. Okay, what is the roadmap for the next 25 years? What India want to become for the next 25 years? How we want to see when we are celebrating 100th Independence Day. So that was. So you remember this point, the Amrit Kal, the first used by what? Narendra Modi ji in his 75th Independence Day speech. Modi has also said the purpose of Amrit Kal was to improve the lives of citizens of our India, lessen the divide in the development between villages and cities, reduce the government interference in people's lives, and welcome the latest technology. So Amrit Kal rests on these 4 important ingredients. Please make sure that you are going to by heart all of them. Very, very, very important, all of them. All right. Number 1, improve the lives of citizens of India. Number 2, lessen the divide between rural and cities. Okay. Nothing but what? In rural areas also per capita income should increase as like urban area. In rural areas also infrastructure, pakka road should be there as like urban area. In rural area also governance, the government offices, okay, government services should be very much accessible to the people. Just like in urban areas we are able to access the government services, just like that every mandal, every taluka, every what I say is every 5 kilometers you will find a government office. Right or wrong? Just like in urban area we are having electricity, we are having police stations to serve us and to make us safe and secure. That should also be given to our rural areas. Right or wrong? They have to go for modernization as we are going for modernization. Okay, they have to go for more data consumption on internet as we are going for data consumption in internet. They should also become digitally literate just like how we are digitally literate. They should also be using financial services just like we are using all the banking services. Right or wrong? Yes. So to bridge the divide between rural and urban areas, it is very, very important. Okay, next 5 years, 125 years. Okay, when we are celebrating the 100th Independence Day, we should not see any much difference between rural and urban area. Okay, that is what the Amrit Kal objective is. Okay, third one, government interference in the people's side. What do you wear? Okay, where do you go? Where do you reside? Who you will marry? What do you eat? It's none of the government business. Okay, people's life interference should be minimum with respect to the government. That is what the Prime Minister has said. Okay, which is obviously very much debatable. Okay, the next one is what? Latest technology. You, me, or industry people, anyone should go for what? Usage of latest technology. What is available? What is the improved version available for a particular technology? We have to use them. That is the latest technology, right? So please make sure that this may directly come in the examination. What do you understand by the term Amrit Kal and what are the various components? So please discuss these components. Your job will be done. Okay. Right. The budget has given what? 4 important pillars. Nirmala madam, while she is speaking about the budget, she said that the budget is presented on 4 pillars. Presented on what? 4 pillars. One is productivity. What do you mean by productivity? Productivity is nothing but output by input. It could be said as in less time, more production. Less time, more production. Or you can say in a very clear way, 1 acre, 10 tons of tomato, 1 acre, same 1 acre, 20 tons of tomato. So same area, the production has increased. This is called as productivity. So government of India is saying that productivity we want to achieve in every sector, whether it is cotton industry, whether it is IT industry, whether it is skill development, whether it is labor force skills, whatever it is, there should be increase in what productivity of each and every aspect. Okay. Next one, next pillar, government has said that climate action. As you know that the world is suffering from what? Global warming. The world is suffering from emission of lot of greenhouse gases. And global warming is leading to what? Climate change. And India is the 3rd largest carbon dioxide emitter. Okay, China is there first, USA is there second, then we are having India itself. Okay, fine. So climate action. So if we want to protect our mother earth, it is very important that actions should be taken in order to control the emission of greenhouse gases. Or you can say that in order to mitigate the impact of what? Climate change. Whatsoever we have to go for what? Climate actions. Okay. These actions should be able to sustain what? Sustain economic growth. These actions should sustain what? Economic growth. We are not going to compromise on the GDP production for sure. Okay, so climate action should sustain economic growth. Sustenance is nothing but when we are having 7% economic growth, for the next year we should have 7.5, then we should have 8, then we should have 8.5. That is called as sustainable economic growth. Okay, our climate actions will not undermine whatsoever or ever the economic growth. And the next one is economic development. Economic development includes what? Social development also, my dear students. Society should develop. Whatever the action should be taken, society should develop. You cannot ask the citizens not to use the petrol and diesel when you don't give us alternative fuel to go from one place to another to do our trade related activities. You cannot ask it, right? So your climate action should not undermine the people's objective, people's aspirations, people's ambitions. It is very, very important. It is highly important. Okay, so sustainable economic growth and sustainable economic development should form the crux of your climate action. They should not be compromised ever, because we are having a lot of poverty and unemployment situations also, right? Fine. Then the third pillar we are having here, financial investment, financing investment. Okay, so if I want to open an industry, government will finance me. That is only called as financing investment. Government want to finance, government want to launch scheme, government want to promote what? The people who come forward as entrepreneurs and wanted to start in a business, government is ready to give what? Investment. Okay, that is the third pillar. And the fourth pillar, PM Gati Shakti plan. Gati means speed. Shakti means power. Plan. Okay, this is a scheme in itself. We'll study about it. That is a majorly transportation related. It is a transportation related, and various other infrastructure is also related. We'll come to that. Okay. Fine. Please remember this pillar. They will ask you in the examination which one of the following are the main pillars of the budget, proposed pillars of the budget. So you can say all of that. Right. Now let us see ministry-wise allocation. Ministry-wise allocation. Very, very important for the all lower cadre examinations. You don't get any of that in UPSC for sure, but for PSC, etc., you will get a lot of questions from it. Agriculture and farmers welfare, 1,32,513 crores. Everything is in crores, my dear student. That much amount of money is given. Department of Atomic Energy has got 22,723 crores. Ministry of Ayush were given 30-50 crores. Civil Aviation is given 10,667 crores. So, like that you can go through by yourself. Civil Aviation means space. Aeroplane, basically aeroplane. For airways, for airport authority, how much is given? This much is given. Ministry of Ayush, A means Ayurveda, U means Yoga, U means Unani, S means Siddha, H means homeopathy. H means homeopathy. So to promote, these are called as what? Traditional medicines. Okay, little bit explanation also I will give you. I thought we should just run away with this allocation, but the newcomers may not understand these things also. So I just wanted to make sure that they should also be a part of this lecture. Okay, so these are all called as what? Traditional medicines. And whatever we are having when you go to the hospital, that is a modern science. That is a modern science, right? Then commerce, for the trade and industry purpose. Export and import also purpose. 14,000 crores, almost around 14,500 crores were allocated. Okay. Department, Ministry of Communication. Communication means radio communication, okay, TV broadcasting, okay, telecommunications, phone, etc. for that purpose. Okay. And post also. Through the post also, government will communicate. First one is what? Department of Post has got 20,000, almost like 21,000 crores. And Department of Communication has got 84,000 crores. Because see, communication landlines are very, very important. Okay, you might have seen the towers, no, mobile towers. Okay, that is also important. So the rural areas should have this more and more, so that digital connectivity will be improved. So that's why the allocation is very much what elaborate here. Consumer affairs, like for us, okay, consumer related, okay, like maintaining the standards of the products that we use, okay, for consumption purpose, for the durable products like istri or camera or something like that. So for our affairs, if any food poisoning happened because of any Dabur product or Tata product like that, where we have to approach, and that all expenditures, the consumer protection authority, etc. So total consumer affairs, upkeep of them, food and public distribution, ration shops, etc. All that will be there. FCI godowns, okay, 21,000 crores almost. Okay, then Ministry of Culture, you know that Swadesh Darshan, okay, Bharat Darshan, Swadesh Darshan, and you also have Prasad scheme in that to promote our culture, to conduct exhibitions and expos, and what I say is melas, fests, etc., where our culture is being represented. 3,000 crores almost is given. Very, very important. See, the defense budget is very huge here. Okay. 5 lakh crores, almost like 5,25,000 crores were given. So these are all our crores. Okay. Development of northeastern region. Northeastern region, you know that, that's 7 sister states of ours. Okay. Northeastern region, 2,800 crores are given. Ministry of Education. Ministry of Education, Department of School Education has got, okay, Department of School Education and Literacy, means lower school 1 to 60 class, 65,000 crores are given. Department of Higher Education has got 40,000 crores, almost like equal is given. For environment, forest and climate change purpose, 30 crores. Ministry of Health and Family, for health purpose, 86,000 crores. Okay, housing and urban affair, 76,000 crores were given. Very important data, this is all. Ministry of Jal Shakti, 86,000 crores. Micro, small and medium enterprises, these are the industries. Micro, small and medium enterprises are the industries, we'll study about them. Okay, micro means the unit which is having 25 lakhs less than investment. Okay, so the crores might have been revised, but you can cross check with you also. Basically what I want to tell you is on the basis of investment. Okay, let's suppose government may say that if you are investing in a particular industry, like I want to manufacture chocolate, okay, so I want milk, I want that ingredients, I have learned from it, okay, learned from other company. So I want to start my own chocolate, okay, diamond chocolate like that I want to start. So for that purpose, I want to take a place for rent. I want to construct a shed over there, a shelter over there, walls, and I want to dig some bore wells. Then I will bring some machines that will mix the ghee and also the milk, etc. So for all this purpose, let's suppose 25 lakh rupees I have to invest. Okay, if it is less than 25 lakhs, it is called as micro. More than that, if you're investing in a particular unit, then it is called as medium, then more than that it is called as what, small, then called as medium, micro, small, then medium. Okay, so on the basis of investment scale, I just wanted to tell you, not the exact amount, whatever I am saying 25 crores, it is not the exact amount, but we are having the exact amount, but what I am trying to say is micro, small and medium enterprises, they are classified. The industries are classified on the basis of what? Scale of investment. On the basis of scale of investment. How much scale? Okay, how much amount of money you are spending to start your manufacturing unit. Okay, or service unit also. Minority affairs, for the development of Muslims, for the development of Sikhs, for the development of Jains, Baudh, Parsis, etc. 20 crores. For the renewable energy, 6,900 crores. Panchayat Raj Development, 868 crores. Ministry of Power, 16,000 crores. Railways has also got a good 1,40,000 crores. Housing Ministry, this is big. Ministry of Housing, okay, not Ministry of Housing because it is there here. Ministry of Road and Transportation and Highways, a lot they have got. Okay, 1,99,000 crores, almost like 2 lakh crores have given. Ministry of Rural Development also have got a lot. 1,38,000 crores are given. Okay, science and technology, very important. Space for ISRO, Chandrayaan, Mangalyaan, for that particular purpose, 13,000 crores were given. Ministry of Tourism, okay, Tourism Minister has given 2,400 crores. Tribal development purpose 8,451 crores. Ministry of Women for the development of women and child in our country. Okay, to give them food, to give them pre-pregnancy, pregnancy, during pregnancy, post-pregnancy, okay, at the time of consumption of baby. So all the facilities to the women and children, their malnutrition problem, etc. To remove all of them. Okay, Ministry of Women and Child Development has got 24,000 crores were given. So this allocations becomes very important for the lower category examination. Please go through them one by one. Right. Today we'll see economic or budget stats. Budget related statistics we will see. Very important for the examination for sure. Right. See, you can see that everything is in crores. Everything is in crores. What is the meaning of actuals? Actuals means what has been spent on various activities actually in real amounts. In real amounts. I may say to you, just like you ask your father, Dad, I want to go to trip, so can you give me 10,000 rupees? Dad will say, okay, that is your estimates, no? Okay, I'll give you. But when the time actually comes, Dad will say, no, 10,000 is more, you take only 5,000. Okay, so that is called as what? The 10,000 whatever the dad has said you, that is called as estimated amount, that is called as budget estimated for a particular trip. Okay, but actually how much he has given? 5,000. That is called as actual. So budget estimates are not the final estimates, not the final allocation, my dear students. Please do remember this point. Whenever Nirmala madam stands in the parliament and talks about that I am going to spend this much amount of money on various activities, does not really mean that much amount has been done the expenditures. Okay, they are the estimated amount. Suppose a pandemic happens, then government cannot get the revenues from GST and income tax, so and so forth. Obviously what will happen? The estimates will come down. Okay, because government receive the money, that money will be spent. Government, and one more very important aspect that you have to understand here. Many of the students have this misconception. They think that government is having all that money, whatever they are talking about in the parliament during the presentation of budget, that all money is there in one particular room or something like that. No. Okay, it's a rolling budget. Rolling budget is nothing but this month government get money from various sources. Okay, in the form of tax, in the form of indirect tax, direct tax, GST, etc. Non-tax revenues government will get in this month, and that will be spent. Again next month government will get, that will be spent. Or government will borrow some loan also. Government will borrow some loan also. But basically it's a rolling budget. All that money is not there in one room. Remember this point. So that's why if any unforeseen situation happens, all of a sudden the government revenues may decrease, and whatever they thought that they will do the expenditures, the actual expenditures could be lesser than that because of emergency situations. Right. So actuals are nothing but real disbursement. Okay, this is called as budget estimate. This much amount we will spend. Revised estimate means whatever they said in the parliament, this much we will spend, but they thought that we cannot do this much. For the defense purpose, government may have said in this budget, in 2022 budget, government said 5 lakh crores will be given for what? Defense budget, right? Okay, I will just get to that. Where is it? Okay, so we are having here. Wait for a second, I'll just show you that defense budget. Okay, 5 lakh crore. 5 lakh 25,000 crore, right? Absolutely. So, Nirmala madam has said that for defense 5 lakh crore budget will be allocated. But suddenly fourth wave started. Everything was closed down. No industries, nothing was running. So, when the production is not happening, tax GST will not be paid by the industry wallas to the government, and government will get less money. So what happened? Government said that okay, we cannot do 5 lakh. We are only doing 3.5 lakh because of various situation. This is one reason I am saying. There could be many reasons, but it is not an economic lecture class. So we are just trying to discuss the budget itself. Okay. So when whatever you have estimated, okay, during the presentation of budget, but you are not able to, you understood that cannot be possible, then you will say what? Revised. Then you will say what? Revise estimate. After revise will be there, how much is actually allocated. But that is also not final. Before budget estimate is not final, revised estimate is also not final, but actuals are final. Then again for 2022 to 2023, this year madam has given budget estimate. If this much amount government is not getting, then government in 3-4 months government will give revised estimate. Okay, and by the end of the financial year, the March 31st 2023, madam will stand and say that actual this much is allocated. Okay, so understood my point here? Please be very sure about it. Right. So yellow color, orange color, red and dark red. Okay. So you can see, as I have told you, receipts are of two types. Okay. Revenue receipts and capital receipts. Expenditure is again of two types, revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. Okay. Revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. In our chart we have learnt in this way. Okay. Both are same. There is no problem at all. Both are same. Right. Revenue, total component we have called revenue receipt, revenue expenditure. Total capital component we have called capital receipt and capital expenditure. So revenue part we have separated and capital part we have separated. Okay. And they have not separated. That is the only difference. Okay. Right. Revenue, they said that revenue receipts, revenue capital, expenditure, revenue. But we have taken this one here. Okay. And this one here. So we call it as capital, we call it as revenue. Like that we have told, right? Yes. Fine. So without going into this, what happened previous year, we are not interested. We'll just see this one and this one. This is only called as budget analysis. Budget analysis is nothing but, this is there in TS PSC Group 1, UP PSC Group 1 and all the state PSC Group 1. Okay, you will be having budget analysis, a word will be there. So obviously important for UPSC also. UPSC has also asked a question with regard to budget analysis. Okay, with regard to budget analysis. Okay. So we are interested when we try to compare this year budget with the last year budget, and we will try to see the pattern of budget from the last 2-3 years. Health expenditure increased or decreased. Okay, defense expenditure increased or decreased. So why it is increased? What is the reason? Why it is decreased? What is the reason? Okay, health expenditure has increased. Why? Because COVID is there. Defense expenditure has increased because the Taliban, Pakistan, China is aggressively moving forward towards us. Right. So you can understand here that this increase and decrease, we have to write the causes for it. Then that is only called as what? Budget analysis. If suppose there is no causes there, you can say that government objective is what? Okay, like capital expenditure in this budget has given importance. Now you can say that capital expenditure is because for what? To achieve the problem of what? To achieve the problem of unemployment. Right? So if it causes are there, increase, decrease you can say. Or else if causes are not there, you can directly say what is the objective with regard to that increase expenditure or decrease expenditure. Got it? Yes. Fine. So we are going to see this two only. 2021, 2022. Because why we are still revised estimates is there, why not actual means still March 31 did not come, no? Okay, we are still in the financial year of 2021 to 2022 only. This financial year ends. March 31st, 2022, this financial year ends. Okay, so the budget was presented from April 1st onwards. Whatever is allocated, that will be coming into force. Okay, that's why we have to compare this one. Okay, so you can see that revenue receipts were 20,78,000 crores and revenue receipts have increased marginally 1-2 crores like that. If it is there, no, to marginally bolna. Marginally. Got it? Right. Now you can see now I will go to that component, however we have learned. Revenue receipts is done, now revenue expenditure. Revenue expenditure almost equal. 31 lakh crore. Almost equal. Now we'll see capital expenditure. Capital expenditure you can see 16 and become 17. Marginally has increased. Sorry, capital receipts marginally has increased. Now you can see capital expenditure. Little bit it has increased. Okay, 1 crore, almost like 1.5 lakh crore. So this is called as trend, budget analysis. This is called as what? Budget analysis. Make sure that you are going to write. Okay, you have to write trends. Okay, you have to first of all give the definition. You have to write the introduction. You have to say that budget. The word budget is not mentioned in the constitution, but it is mentioned in the form of an annual financial statement in the Article 112. In the Article 112. So the union budget components consist of this you have to say, and then you have to write the first subheading, trends in the revenue receipts, revenue component and expenditure component. This part you have to discuss. This much only. This much. Right. Now, a very important scheme. Okay, and what I have done in our budget analysis is whatever the schemes were given, no, the allocation with regard to that schemes, I have discussed the schemes also, and allocation also I have discussed. So with that, what happened? Everything will be at one place. Like that, our total budget will be divided into economic budget, social sector budget, transportation budget, okay, and social welfare budget, and defense budget. Like that, continuously we are going to divide the budget into different parts and going forward. Okay, this is what emergency credit line guarantee scheme means. COVID was a emergency. 3 months was lockdown was there. Then after second wave, again lockdown was there. Okay, I have to pay the rent. Okay, I am not allowed to open the shop. Okay, I am not getting the raw materials, but I have 5 employees with me. I have 2 machines to be getting repaired. I have to give rent to the landowner. He is asking me. I have taken a loan. I have to pay the interest to the loan. That 3 months. So 3 months loan, any government has given moratorium in the first wave. But what about the second and third wave, where government has not exempted us from paying the interest rate, right or wrong? Yes. So all the institutes, okay, as far as I know, I am very much aware of it. In Ashok Nagar is a hub. Just like you are having in Delhi, Rajendra Nagar, no, Ashok Nagar we are having in Hyderabad is hub. Hundreds of coaching institutes are there. I tell you, what has really happened over there is, okay, when before pandemic, lots of institute has actually cropped up. I mean, this new institute has come. After the pandemic has come, I have seen by myself, my friends and lot of my acquaintances, they have told that they have closed down their institutes because they have to give the rent to the landowner. They have to, if they want to run their institute, they need students. Students are not coming. They are having offline batches, but they don't have the online infrastructure. For online infrastructure, 3 to 4 lakh rupees have to spend for the live classes, and that is also not possible. If the students are unable to go for live classes, then they have to store the videos. Then they have to give the server space. Every month they have to give 18,000, 50,000 or 20,000. They have to give for that. Okay, so lot of institutions have got closed. In the same way, the hardware shop, the barber shops, whatever we are having, okay, the clothing shops they are having, the landowners has not exempted from rent, but interest is exempted. That is okay, but the interest is how much here? That will be 5,000 or 2,000. But landowner is asking 25,000, 20,000. Pani puri bandi walas, etc. They are also having what? Small malgis are there, shops are there. So there was an emergency situation was there. So because of pandemic, so government said that, okay, don't worry, my dear MSME, you don't worry. Government said, I will give you emergency credit. Emergency credit line is nothing but amount. But like micro, this much amount of loan they can take. Medium, this much amount of loan they can take. Small. So credit line, credit line is getting guaranteed. You will be getting. Don't worry about it. Just wherever you have taken the loan, just ask for a credit guarantee line. You will get. Okay. So COVID pandemic has trembled, has made lot of financial, was made lot of financial distress. Small and medium enterprises are highly affected by this pandemic. Government of India, for MSME purpose, emergency credit guarantee line scheme has been initiated. It was launched on February 29, 2020. Okay, now there is an update in the budget 2022. This year budget. Emergency credit line to be extended till March 2023. So if you come across emergency credit line guarantee scheme 1.0, emergency credit line guarantee 2.0, 3.0, like that is there. It means what? Government is starting for 4 months and closing down. Government starting for 4 months and closing down, like that. Okay, this scheme is being run what? Very frequently. That's why you are getting 1.0, 2.0, like that. This is the 4.0. This is the 4.0. Fourth time this was launched. Fourth time this particular scheme was launched. Okay, the guaranteed cover will be expanded by rupees 50,000 crores to the total cover of 5 lakh crores to aid MSME sector financial needs. So whatever the needs the MSMEs are having 5 lakh crores will be allocated for that. Okay, the guaranteed cover will be expanded by 50,000 crores. Means in this budget 50,000 crores were given, and till now 5 lakh crore was spent on this particular scheme. ECLGS 1.0, ECLGS 2.0, ECLGS 5 lakh crore was total cover was given this much. Okay, in this budget how much is given? Very, very important. ECLGS scheme. recently got allocated how much? 50,000 crores. Right. Now digital rupee, again a financial related aspect. Okay, so you can see here this is Bitcoin. Okay, this is Ethereum. This is Litecoin, and Facebook, they are also having, I guess, Libra is the Facebook cryptocurrency. Okay, so majorly now people like you and me, youth is more interested to make quick money nowadays. Okay, they are not interested to do investment in what, buying what, investing in what, fixed deposit. No, youth is not interested. Now you see that every urban people, every urban person in our country, and like youth, especially you and me, we are mostly interested in what? Trading, Olympic trading, like that we are doing shares, etc. We are more interested in quick money, and we want to become very, very rich, and we want to enjoy all the luxuries in Maldives and Europe, like that, right? So we are more interested. So we are not interested what? To put money in fixed deposit. If you don't put money in the fixed deposits, the bank will have less money with them. When the bank has less money, high interest rate, then how the investment can happen and how the employment situation could be resolved. Because loans at higher interest rate, very less buyers will be there. Why? Because the youth like you and me, we are not putting money in our savings. We are taking out the money in the savings and we are buying what bitcoins, which does not belong to us. So actually we are selling something to the other countries. Right, so our money, instead of going here, is going somewhere else. Okay, and that is anyhow not helping to the economy. So seeing this importance of bitcoins, okay, that's digital currency, the cryptocurrency, seeing the importance of that, government realized that it is necessary now that India should also have a digital currency. Okay, so we are now having what? Okay, government of India is going to launch in 2023 digital rupee. Means I will be in my app. Okay, rupees will not be seen in the form of what? 10,500 rupees, I will not say. It will not be there. If I am having digital rupee will also be there. I can trade that also. Right. Nothing but our 10 rupees, 5 rupees coins are there. No, that will be there in the virtual form, means in the computer form. Okay, not in the numbers, but you can do that investment also. Digital rupee to be issued using blockchain technology, a very, very, very secure technology. Means nobody can do any kind of mischievous things with regard to, no manipulations will be there, no notorious activities will be there with regard to any transactions made when we are securing the total transaction system with blockchain technology. Very, very emerging and security, what guaranteed technology that is. Okay, to be issued by RBI 2020 to 2023. So I am going to buy this. Okay, this will give a big boost to the economy. Okay, the Nirmala madam was saying that when we launch the digital rupee, it will give a big boost to the economy because we are going to invest in that and that money will be there. That is called as central bank digital currency, CBDC. Central bank digital currency, nothing but India's digital rupee is called as what? Central bank digital currency, and it is issued by RBI. Again, a very important statement. It will be serving as a legal tender. Means in your app, you will also see this kind of coins belonging to India, Indian rupee. And you can sell, you can buy biryani, you can buy anything, whatever you want by just giving that digital rupee. You don't have to put money, 1,000 rupees, okay, 2,000 rupees. You have to put in the ATM card and that will be shown there. Not required. What you have to do, the same money directly you can give to the RBI and you can take what? Bitcoins. You don't have to use it also. You don't have to go to the ATM and get it done. Okay, there are benefits are there. Legal tender issued by the Reserve Bank of India. Okay, if I want to pay the interest rate, I can pay the interest rate with regard to the Bitcoins also. Right, it eases my situation even better. Okay, so many people does not want hard cash. They may say that do online payment. I may not have the online, so I have to deposit money in the ATM to get it reflected in my savings account, right or wrong. But I am having Indian coins. CBDCs are there. I'll pay with you. And legal tender means you cannot say no. First of all, if I say that, if someone restaurant person will ask me, no sir, pay me in rupee or pay me through ATM card, I will say that no, I will pay you with CBDC only. He cannot say no. Why? Because it will be acting as what? Legal tender. Legal tender means legally he is bound to accept this digital rupee, whatever the government is launching. If he says no, you can complain and his restaurant will be shut and his license will be cancelled. No one in India can say no to the legal tender recognized by the government of India. Remember this point. Okay. A CBDC is an electronic record or digital token of a country's official currency. Digital token. Instead of rupees, instead of 50 rupees, 200 rupee notes, it also serves the same purpose. Okay. Another important point here is the digital rupee and the whatever the notes we are having, 10 rupees, 50 rupees, 200 rupees notes we are having, they all have the same value. They all have the same value. A 100 rupee notes after 100 years will be 100 rupee only. Okay. 100 rupee Bitcoin will be 100 rupee only after 100 years also, after 10 years also. There won't be any change in the face value because it means what? They store value with them forever. They store value with them what? Forever. Remember this point. Okay, 10 rupee notes after 10 years will be 10 rupees only. A 10 rupee digital rupee of the India will be 10 rupees only forever. So they store value. First of all, first important is store value. And fungibility is nothing but the ability to get it interchange. Means I am having 10 rupees Bitcoin, I am having 10 rupees India's digital rupee, so I can exchange with 10 rupees of note also. Okay, so that is called as what? Fungibility. Means exchange is also, interchangeably is also possible. Okay, with the help of what? Digital rupee. So one is they can store value, another way is fungibility is there, another important one is divisibility is there. What is that? Divisibility. Just like 10 rupees are divided into 1 rupee 10, in the same way 10 rupee digital rupee will be divided into 1 rupee, right, like that. 1 rupee like that. So divisibility is also there. Okay, nothing but currency which is there on the internet, which is there on the computer, and by which you are using and trading. That's all. Trading is nothing, buying and selling. Buying and selling is called as what? Trading. Fine. CBDCs, central bank digital currency, should be exchangeable at par with cash. I have told you that. It performs the basic functions. With the help of this, we can medium of exchange, we can buy anything. It's a unit of accounts. Every unit is there here, is accountable. Okay, 1 rupee, digital rupee, or 10 rupee, digital rupee, everything is accountable here. It stores value, I have told you. Even after 10 years, the same digital rupee will remain, 10 rupee mean 10 rupee will remain. Standard of deferred payment, very, very important. Standard of deferred payment. Deferred payment is I will pay later. I will pay later. Okay, that is also fine. Okay, so digital rupee will be helpful in the deferred payments also. Okay, so I will pay you after 1 year 50 digital rupee coins. Okay, no problem. So deferred payments also. Everyone should accept first of all because it is completely a legal tender. You cannot say no. You cannot say no. Remember this point. Thank you.